Next, let's kiki on this interesting story. So, Kathy Griffin is back, and she's not here to play nice. In a fiery new episode of Talk Your Head Off, the comedian claims she's ready to squash her longtime feud with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper, but only after lighting the match. Kathy reminds viewers that after CNN dropped her in 2017, Andy stepped in and never had her back. Now she says she's setting aside personal drama and demands that both men use their massive platforms to spotlight the killing of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE agent in Minnesota. She questions why Anderson isn't, quote, boots on the ground, and urges Andy to dedicate airtime on Watch What Happens Live. Watch this.
The reason I am putting aside my beef with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper is because I want you guys to recognize that you have a much larger microphone and platform than little D-lister Kathy Griffin. And Anderson, why are you on the ground? Why aren't you in Minnesota, boots on the ground, being the reporter that I knew you to be? So I just have to call out you and all the other anchors that are sitting in their studios, safe and sound, when you guys should be on the ground in all parts of Minnesota. Anderson, I'm imploring you, please go there. If you go there, people will watch, and people won't feel like, oh, this is only happening in Minnesota. It won't happen in my state. If it happens in my state, I'll be okay, because the others will be in danger. Or more importantly, clarify for people that ICE is not going after criminals.
Kathy Griffin puts Andy and Anderson on notice. What are we all talking about?
Whoa. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's heating things up. I think she's right. You know, I don't think she's wrong.
Yeah.
I think she's passionate about it.
Well, you remember how she lost her gig? Do you remember?
If I remember, I don't remember the details.
So she had a picture of a cut off head of Trump.
Remember now. I remember.
And with that, which again, if she was a man, she wouldn't have lost all her gigs. Just my own personal thought.
Yeah,
okay?
It went viral, and then they all went after her.
And she lost. She lost the New Year's thing. She lost the CNN thing. She lost her show.
And they replaced her with
Anderson Cooper. Well, I mean, excuse me, with Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
Yes, and he hasn't been off since.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they were all friends, Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it seemed to me from the outside looking in that like they all kind of turned their back. Were like, nah, bitch, you're on your own there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the name of the industry, right? Like, okay, I got a job, he got a job. These are still working class people at the end of the day. So I guess they turned their backs on her because they separated themselves from any retaliation. And Anderson Cooper has number one, he's a fucking Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
like,
he's loaded. I mean,
like,
he don't need to work.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Like, he is top 1%.
Even though he's gay, nobody messes with him.
And a journalist.
Yeah.
He's still a part of the elite group.
Yeah.
And so that also speaks to, you know, how other people are treated. We've watched so many journalists go down because of their platforms. We've watched Don Lemon this past weekend.
That's not even right. I get chills from that. I mean, you know, we are journalists.
Who did his job?
Who was just doing his job in Minneapolis. That's it. That was his job. Exactly. And he got taken away by federal agents. I mean, this is the world that we're in right now.
Him and, oh God, what's the other girl that he went to jail with? I don't want to, but there was two. Yeah. There was him and the other girl. And then we've even watched, my smart girl, NBC, Joanne Reed. We watched her lose her show.
Yes.
Because
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And because of standing up for what's right and speaking truth to power. So we've watched all of them. But Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen, to me, always are glaringly what I always perceive the white gay community to be completely transparent, always toting the line, always using, especially when you're a cisgendered man and you have white privilege, always using those things come first before anything
Before them
else.
being gay or the queer community. Yeah, like, Real Housewives comes first before talking about immigration policy
Anything.
and what's going on.
Anything.
I mean, it's true, though.
Anything. They always tote the light, and then they always have, especially Andy Cohen, a way of making light of anything that is heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and listen, there's certain things that don't need any effing light.
No.
It's
It just
dark
needs
and
to
it's
be
nasty
what
and
it
it
is.
needs to be
It
pushed
needs to
forward
be
with
pushed
your
forward.
platform, and
Exactly.
that's that. And that's what Kathy Griffin is doing. You know what I mean?
Did any one of them stand up for Don Lemon this past weekend?
I doubt it.
Or say anything about how horrendous that is? That is the first. I remember hearing somebody, because I mean, for the past year or so, we've been talking. A lot of people who are tapped in have been talking about these are the examples of how fascism comes into a country and begins its reign. And this is one of the glaring examples, is when it attacks the media or journalists and free speech in this way and turns it into something that it's not. When you are jailing journalists for doing their job. All he did was interview, and he interviewed the man. Like, he was like, how do you feel about what's going on, this protest? How do you feel about these things? And are you the ICE general manager or whatever over the Minneapolis? Like, he was just asking journalistic questions, and now the man has gone to jail.
Yep.
And he's out now, but he went to jail.
Like, there's something so, like, just like it strips you of being human when you're taken to jail. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And they did that to him, to someone who didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like. And then you saw the pictures of, like, him and his husband, like, walking out of jail, like, hand in hand. And it's like, listen.
Onto the Grammys red carpet.
I ain't missing
Onto
the Grammys.
the Grammys red carpet.
I ain't missing the Grammys, you know.
Onto the Grammys red carpet.
Where anybody with a voice spoke about immigration and spoke about what was going on and with the president, and even Noah, who's the
Trevor
host of
Noah.
Trevor Noah, like whenever he could, jab, you know what I mean? They didn't all land, but like
they didn't all land. I was fairly unmoved. I was fairly neutral with the Grammys this year, with even Lady Gaga missed the mark. She didn't really, like, there was no real powerful statement coming from the Grammys as
and it didn't feel cohesive.
It didn't feel cohesive.
Right? It didn't feel like,
cohesive.
Even when Noah was out in the audience making fun of people, that worked once, but he did that 6 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I didn't even watch to the end because I was kind of like, So I missed when Bad Bunny won Album of the Year and he cried, and that's like the biggest news when I woke up to. Right?
Yeah.
So there's that. This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ+ community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the Faye Watch.